What's up, backyard people? It's time for another backyard orchard tour. Hey folks, it is fall and you've been with us now through almost an entire year of backyard tours. In the orchard, you've seen winter, you've seen spring, you've seen summer, and now it's fall. And to be honest, this is the most comfortable time to be in the orchard, but it's not the most exciting time if you're wanting to grab and eat fruit right off the trees and bushes. But it is an exciting time if you're starting to think a little bit about next year. So as we make our way through the orchard, I'll talk you through some of the things I'm starting to think about, some of the things that are winding down from this year and what we're already ramping up for next year. So this is our 4-in-1 pear right here. It's looking, I'm going to say, moderately healthy. You can see down here, this might be a 3-in-1 pear next year because I think we're pretty much finished with that one. But that's okay. That's how it goes in the orchard. We've got a lot of what we call water shoots, these straight north and south, up and down vertical. Take up a lot of water. We'll do a lot of pruning when it gets, we call kind of hard pruning in the winter, when it gets good and cold. We're not quite there yet. Most of the time it's long sleeve t-shirts out here right now. But this year we had crazy figs. Figs were awesome this year, better than ever. They're getting up and over that fence. So figs are getting 8 and 9 feet tall. Boom, 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 boom. 4 of them all down the tree line. We did lose a peach this year, a little moment of silence, and we're back. That one's sad, but that just means we'll go find another one. I'm probably looking for a bare root Redskin peach because that's what my wife and kids like, and we've had the most success with those. But we'll have to start fresh there, maybe in the same spot, maybe in another spot where we've lost something else like that one. We don't grow drip irrigation. We just lose trees and leave the drip sometimes. That's an old cherry that's popping up. It's not the cherry we want, so I'm probably going to take that one out this winter as well. And then early spring, put something new and a little bit more of a fit for our area. Basically, that's growing up from the rootstock, not the main tree we wanted those cherries on. This one's a pomegranate, and we used to have 4 pomegranates, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the last man standing, but this is the healthiest it's ever been. So who knows, depending on the weather next year, we might actually have pomegranates, and I know for sure the wife will eat those and probably the camera lady as well. So here are our 4 big pears, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this last year, I swore I did my last major pruning of these. I think I'm just gonna let them go ahead and get big and canopy. But again, you can see all these water shoots. Those will not bear much, if any, fruit. They'll just actually take a bunch of water out of the ground. So I'll come in again in winter and I'll hard prune a lot of these big vertical branches. We'll let some of these horizontal ones stay, some of these healthier ones. Those will bear a bunch of fruit. This is probably the most productive tree in our orchard. I've always kept it to where I could reach the fruit by hand, and I've decided I'm going to let that go this year. We're going to let it get big. That's another pear, 2, 3, and 4. This is kind of the pear area. This one's not looking super healthy, but I'm pretty confident we'll be able to get that one to bounce back. I'm going to let some of these limbs arch back this way and try to balance that out. But again, you can see some growth on the rootstock of those, which is not the same tree as what's above that root. So basically, the rootstock is wood rooting that is a certain type of tree. It's healthy, it's vigorous, it will sustain a lot of disease, and then people will graft onto that the type of tree that grows the type of fruit you want. So when you see rooting coming up from the rootstock in a small orchard like this, it's almost never the same tree that you were growing there. So I'll cut all that back and let that main tree growth go. So these 4 pears have done really well for a really long time. These are getting to the 9, 10, and 11 year mark, depending on which ones I planted when. That is a, I think, persimmon. And then this one I'm really excited about, Honeycrisp apple. And if you've seen the previous orchard tours, you've seen me talking a lot about this one. It was brand new in the spring. A bit of a pipe dream. Honeycrisp is not real comfortable in our North Texas summers. It does fine in our winters. We'll see if we get enough chill hours and if I can take good enough care of this to have some apples probably in 2 more years, maybe 3. But I'm excited about that one. Things are not looking good, friends, on the plum tree. That's not a good sound. I think what we had down here was some rodents that have ended our run on plums. We did have a ton of plums this year. I don't think I'll be putting the plum tree back in this spot. So we'll probably have to pull that one down, let that sit for a year or so, let that soil get healthy again, and put something else there. We've got another Arkansas black apple that we put here, trying to find some Arkansas and honestly Israeli apple varieties that will do well in our heat. We're learning a lot about heirloom apples that actually have been grown in warmer climates for hundreds, if not thousands of years, but they've just kind of been lost to history. Not real popular. You don't see them in the local nurseries. You definitely don't see them in the big box stores, but learning a lot more about that online. I'm a total amateur when it comes to these heirloom varieties, but I found a few people I trust, and I'm starting every year to try 1 or 2 more. If you followed the channel or watched the previous videos, you know apples are what I get most excited about. And my favorite that does well every year is bigger and better and more beautiful than ever. Let me just give it a quick hug. Oh, this is the one, Courtney. This is the one. All right, backyard people, if you're at all like me and you have any romanticism and dreaminess about your backyard or your backyard property, these are the kind of things that will keep you going when all the other stuff is dying and not fruiting. I dreamt about this when I was a little kid. I just wanted to have an apple tree in Texas where I live, and this tree is about 10 years old now. And last year is when it really started leaping, growing, put on a lot of apples. We ate them. They're semi-sweet. They're delicious. I've also decided to stop pruning this one to my reach. And as you can see, I'm letting it get quite big. It's got a very low canopy because we cut that early. So it's only about that high before it starts to canopy out. But we're going to let this thing go. I'm going to be very careful thinning it this year, and we should have a ton of apples this year. I'm really excited. I've lost almost all my trees here on the north side, but I've started planting some berries and things over here. So we've got a couple of blackberries and raspberries in the same hole here. We'll kind of see which ones survive. But we've got some Arapaho blackberries. They have a thornless variety and with thorns, and the ones with thorns tend to do a little bit better, but the thornless are nice for the kids. So I've got a couple different ones of those here with some drip irrigation that are looking really healthy in the fall. The goal was just to see if we could get them through the summer, and we did. So back here I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities for new trees, and I probably need to replace 2 dead ones here. So this winter, if we have a mild winter or early spring, we're looking at adding 5 or 6 new trees, which excites me, but it begins that cycle of patience and being reminded that we are not in control out here. This is nature. God's in control. The sun and the rain and all those things dictate our fun. But that's the orchard for fall, and I can't wait to be talking to you again in the wintertime when it is really all about heart and dreaminess and optimism, because it doesn't look so hot out here. But this is my favorite time to be out here. We'll be pruning this winter. If you're looking for a property where you can put an orchard in or a garden in or a shop, have some privacy from the neighbors, room to play, run with the kids, or just have your own place to hide from the world and rest. If you've got one that you want to sell or you want to buy one, give us a call. Click the link below this video, wherever you're seeing this. That's what we specialize in. Right here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we guarantee to sell homes like this over the average price and under the average time. And then we guarantee to save you at least $5,000 when you're buying them. And then anywhere in the country, we train and educate agents to do what we do, and we can help get you connected with somebody anywhere in the United States to buy or sell a small acreage property, just like this one where I live. I'd love to share this journey, this fun, this dream with you. So click the link below, call us, Google us, whatever. We'd be happy to earn your trust and help you enjoy a backyard orchard or a small acreage property. See you on the next video.